Hello everyone, welcome to Rasayan Academy, and guys, this is our 18th video on the series of name reactions, and today we are going to talk about the benzoin condensation reaction. Now this is a very simple reaction as it is, and what you have to notice is that the cyanide is being used in a catalytic amount and it's carrying out the condensation of the aryl aldehyde to benzoin. What is benzoin basically? Benzoin is the alpha hydroxy ketone. Yes, so it is alpha hydroxy ketone, and specifically you can't just take the R groups over here because the benzoin condensation specifically it is for the aryl groups. Okay, and this is how it works, guys. So we are starting with an aryl aldehyde only and ending up either it could be self condensation or there could be some other molecule also, some other aldehyde molecule which is taking part into the same condensation reaction. All right, so yes, this is what you are going to get. Now the simple benzoin condensation reaction is like this, okay, which is frequently asked. Also there is a variation of a benzoin condensation, which is basically just one difference, that you can have the alpha beta unsaturated aldehyde, right? So along, normally you see the self condensation or the cross condensation, but here you are having a benzoin like reaction in which the nucleophilic attack is not directly on the carbonyl carbon, rather it is present on the alkene carbon, or basically it is the conjugate addition which is going to give you a product like this. The same reaction could be catalyzed by the Cn minus also, and yes, the mechanism is the same as the benzoin mechanism. So guys, we are now quickly going to start seeing the mechanism. Alright, so for the first example, what do you understand? For the first example, here it is like this: the aldehyde, the aromatic aldehyde that you have, cyanide is going to attack on the carbonyl carbon, and just like it gives the cyanohydrin, it's going to give a tetrahedral intermediate like this. Now this is not cyanohydrin because the O is not OH yet. Alright, so it is the tetrahedral intermediate that you get. Further, the key step or the most important step is the generation of the nucleophile. Now, if a condensation reaction is taking place, one of the aldehyde has to be the nucleophile, the other one has to be the electrophile. Yes. So, how are we generating the nucleophile? The proton present over here, it is a very acidic proton. Why is it acidic? Because it is connected to a carbon, connected to an aldehyde group, the aryl group, specifically the cyanide, alright, and the O minus. Normally, if I say that I have a tetrahedral intermediate like this, let's say I have the sulfur. Alright, I cannot say कि in this molecule or in this tetrahedral intermediate the O minus is going to take away the same proton on the same carbon, right? I cannot say it for this molecule, no. Why am I able to say it for this one? Because cyanide is very electron withdrawing in nature, and that is making this proton more acidic by removing the electron density from the carbon. Alright, so that is why we have a proton transfer over here within the molecule itself. Alright, and it is the OH and the cyanide, or ये जो carbon है, this was the carbonyl carbon, isn't it? We started from the carbonyl carbon, which usually has the delta plus charge, or let's say polarity. Now it is having a negative polarity over here, so this kind of reaction is also categorized under Ampulang. What is Ampulang? Ampulang is reversal of polarity. If a carbon was delta positive, if it changes to delta negative throughout the course of the reaction, that would be called as the Ampulang reaction. And the same happens over here. So we just got our nucleophile like this. Very simple. Now the next step, this nucleophile is going to attack on the other molecule of the same aldehyde, because we have not taken any other aldehyde, right? So very simple. Now it's going to open up again, give a tetrahedral intermediate on this side. Okay, so again this is how the condensation looks like. Right, what else do you expect? this is O minus, and it can take away a proton from the medium or from the molecule itself, right? So from the molecule itself, it is going to take away the same proton which is present on this OH group, and it has been proved with very many reactions and experiment कि यही वाला proton जो है यही transfer होता है, and this is what you get, again a proton transfer, and you get O minus. Now this O minus is going to fall over this carbon to be able to push away the cyanide. So there is a loss of cyanide again, and you get the benzoin. Yes, alpha hydroxyaryl ketone. This is what you get. All right. Now the question is there any other catalyst other than cyanide possible? Yes, thiazolium catalyst, thiazolium molecules with a base is also working as a catalyst in in the place of cyanide. It is going to give you the same reaction. All right, so you might look for the thiazolium catalyst also in the benzoin reaction. All right, so this was a very simple mechanism, guys, how to generate the benzoin from the condensation. Now about the second example that I told you, that okay, you are going to have the same aldehyde, you are having the same cyanide, but other than the self condensation, right, other than the self condensation which was taking place, now you have an alpha beta unsaturated aldehyde which is going to, after the proton transfer, it is going to generate the nucleophile again. Now this is going to give you the alpha beta unsaturated or the conjugate addition on the alpha beta unsaturated aldehyde or the enone system. Yes, now definitely if it is conjugate addition, it is going to be like this, the double bond shifts and you are going to get a enolate kind of intermediate which is further going to take away a proton. It is taking away a proton. Which proton it is taking away? Either it can take away a proton from the ethanol, or most of the time cyanide is taken with ethanol, a little bit of ethanol, or it can also take away the same proton. It can also take away this proton over here, and what do we have? यहाँ पे आ गया है एक proton. So either it could be O minus or it could be H plus from the medium. Alright, and what do we have now? This O minus or the OH is going to again lose a proton. Let's say we have a O minus over here, because that would be very easy to remove the cyanide once again, and then you get the 1,4 dicarbonyl compound. So the only difference is that you get 1, 2, 3, 4. 1,4 dicarbonyl compound you get. Alright, so this mechanism is very similar to benzoin reaction, so we can say benzoin like condensation. Alright, the only difference is we have the alpha beta unsaturated, either it could be ketone or it could be aldehyde also. Okay, so these kind of questions get asked frequently, and here we have another very important example. Now guys, before moving on to the example, let me quickly tell you that there are two aldehydes over here. Yes, so when you are having two aldehyde and you want a particular benzoin, how are you going to carry out the reaction? You are going to take the first aldehyde. Let's say I'm taking this aldehyde. Alright, I'm taking this aldehyde over here, and I'm making it I'm making it react with cyanide, so it's going to give the O minus, or let's say OH, directly forming the nucleophile. Alright, so it's going to give you the nucleophile directly, and then dropwise, or let's say then I'm going to add the second aldehyde. How is it going to make a difference? It is going to make a huge difference, guys. Yes, because it is a one-sided reaction now. It is a one-sided reaction now, and you are going to have this intermediate, first of all, cyanide, and a new bond being formed, OH. You can write, or let's say you write O minus, there is going to be proton transfer between these two. Yes, and let's say this is the aryl group, chlorobenzene. Alright, so there will be a proton transfer, and this group is going to fall over, cyanide leaves, and you get this product. So one-sided product you are going to get if you are taking the cyanide and one of these aldehydes together. Alright, in the first step. Then in the second step you add this another aldehyde. Okay, so always the cross condensation products, always the cross condensation products are the best when you are actually carrying it out under suitable conditions, or if you want to if you are directing it towards one direction. If you are adding, if you are, let's say, if you are doing the same reaction, and if you are taking first of all this aldehyde and the cyanide, then what is going to happen? Then it is going to form the nucleophile, it is going to attack on the second one, right? So if you want this product, one product majorly, right, you have to direct it by taking the combinations and dividing the reaction stepwise. All right, I hope that it made some sense to you. Now we move on the next example, example number 2. Okay, so what do you have, guys? You have a little bit of a different catalyst. You have trimethylsilyl cyanide. It is trimethylsilyl cyanide. It is not the CN minus that we usually take. So how are you going to explain this? How are you going to write the mechanism? Let's quickly see. This is the aldehyde once again, trimethylsilyl, and this is the cyanide. So you know that oxygen has huge affinity for silicon, because we have seen this in the Brook rearrangement, we have seen this in the Peterson elimination reaction. Alright, and the cyanide, the bond is going to fall over cyanide, or let's say I can directly make the bond attack over this carbon also. Alright, so basically what just happened, double bonded oxygen H Me3SiCN. So oxygen attacked over silicon and the bond fell over the carbon, and this is why you get OSiMe3 and the cyanide over here and the hydrogen. Alright, so this is what you get. So basically the O minus charge is stabilized by the silicon, and again the cyanide has attacked over the carbonyl carbon. Now LDA is a base, so the base is going to take away this proton. Why do we require a base? Because the O minus is no more, this O is no more minus, it is already connected with silicon. That is why there is no proton transfer as such. Alright, so we require the LDA base. The base is going to take up the proton to give you a intermediate like this, carbanion like this, which now gives you, right, so we have a ketone over here. Okay, so which now gives you the attack onto this carbonyl carbon, and again if you see, it is a directed process. Yes, so first of all you're taking the aldehyde and you are first of all making the nucleophile, you are directing it to attack on the second carbonyl molecule, and that gives you the answer like this, and this is the aqueous workup in the final step. So let me just show you what happens, what are you going to get if you form something like this. Alright, so you are going to get the O minus and pH and Me. Okay, this is what you're going to get, and finally after aqueous workup, the OSiMe3 bond is going to open up, as well as the O is going to be protonated. So yes, after aqueous workup, I can write it like this. It is OH, and this is going to be OH again, Me, pH, and we have a leaving group over here. So just like the benzoin reaction, it's going to leave and you get a carbonyl molecule, you get a carbonyl group over here. So this is your answer, very simple. Alright, so yes, we did a lot of examples on benzoin condensation reaction, and I hope that you understood. And if you did, guys, then don't forget to share this videos with all of your friends, guys. Do share it with your friends, guys. And thank you so much, and also give it a big thumbs up if you liked it. Also, you can follow me on Unacademy. You can get all the relevant links in the description box below, and also to my Telegram group where you can have where you can discuss your doubts and everything. Alright, guys, and if you already haven't subscribed, please do for more videos like this, and also watch all the previous videos if you haven't already. I'll take a leave and I'll see you in the next video. Bye till then.